Good morning. It's 9 o'clock, December 27th, 2023, the day after. Wait, what? You say? The day after what? Well, it's the day after my birthday, of course. There I have audio confirmation. There I have audio confirmation. I've got another audio confirmation coming up. Yeah. All right, so I've got a channel comment to respond to, and I've got some emails to respond to, and then we'll get into the chat room. There's some jokes in the chat room today. And I have a redirect set to go to Carrie Holzman. Now, if Ken Stout comes up with a show, which he currently doesn't have one scheduled, I'll change it if he lets me know in time. Carrie gets priority on Fridays. If Ken Stout comes up with a show on the other days, he'll probably get priority. And let's see, something else I need to say. Oh, yes, tomorrow I'm not going to do a Windows Daily show. I have grandpa duty at this time tomorrow. So let's get on to channel comments. Hello, Tim Sowell. Here in channel comments, Free Thinker 1970 in response to the how to upgrade Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro says it worked. I was able to upgrade from Home to Pro. Much thanks. However, under Windows activation, it still says Windows is not activated for some reason. And will it stay long-term or what? Well, I think Free Thinker, you'll find that it won't stay long-term. And some people in the comments on this video found that when they tinker around with Wi-Fi, turn it off and on again, that will sometimes fix that effect. I'm not going to go find that right now. I'm just showing the other comments on that video. But I think you'll find that it doesn't stick around, and it should get that should get fixed. And go turn your internet on and off and see if that'll fix it, because that's what's worked for somebody else then. So that was that channel comment. I will give him a response and a timestamp to this video. I'm going to move on to emails. Let's start with Tim Cruz. I'm going to adjust this so his email address is not exposed. I'm not going to read through this. Tim has given us rather long descriptions of the difficulties that Spectrum is having with fixing his internet service. If you'd like to keep up on that, you can pause the video at this point. You could right-click on your tab at the top and choose Duplicate. Pause it in that second window, then continue with us in the live stream and go back and read what he has to say about that. Then I'm going to move on to the next, let's see, email. There was an email from Josh Kinder from his family to my family. Merry Christmas. So just acknowledging that, Josh. Thank you. And then here's an email from myself to myself that of a feature that I didn't know was a thing. And let's see if I can go demonstrate this. You can send, or anybody can send an email to you with a slight modification to your email address, and I did not know about this. So let's see, I'm going here to a new email to try to demonstrate this. Be curious to see if anybody else already knew about this. Oh, come on. Click the right button, Doug. Okay, so I'm going to send to my, you know what, I learned my lesson. I got to take that off screen while I start typing an address, because when I start typing an address, you see all the other addresses that are similar to mine. And that has been a way that I have accidentally exposed addresses that I didn't intend to. So, but here, oh, how am I going to do this if what I want to do is show you typing an email address? Okay, let me try this way. Let's see if there's anything there that, no, those are okay. I'll go ahead and expose those. Okay, so here's, I'm typing Doug. Then Betts, what I didn't know is you can do a plus sign here and then type something else that you want to, you know, trigger a special email to you. Okay, so let's say it's, I'll call it birthday for this case, and then put in your @ I'll do live Windows training. And what I found out is that email systems ignore the plus sign and anything after it. So this email will come into my email address of DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining.com, and it will come in with the plus birthday part of it, so that I can perhaps create a email rule to put those emails in a certain folder perhaps. So here I'm going to try to demonstrate the rest of that. So there's DougBetts plus birthday at Live Windows Training, and then come down, and I'm just going to say test and test because I don't feel very creative right now, right? And then I'm going to click send. I'm going to take that off screen while I click send, so that I don't expose something else, because I'm trying to get better at that, because some of you know I messed up on Saturday. For those who don't know how I messed up on Saturday, it's there. Ken Stout, I know you went scanning through it and didn't see it, but it's there, stuff that I don't want to expose. So here's the email that came into me. So it came from Doug@DougBetts.com, and it came to DougBetts plus birthday at Live Windows Training. So if you add something before the @ symbol, after your email, the name part of your email, plus, you can tell people to put something else right after that that will, maybe some special group of emailers or something. I did not know that. So I thought I would share that. Then get back to the next email, because it's going to take a little more time to discuss. And it's from Larry Davis. Again, I'm going to arrange this. Well, I can't quite arrange that to hide his email address. How about if I zoom in even further? Yeah, there it does. Okay. So here, Larry Davis says, "Hi, Doug. When you purge the log, does it get rid of backup too?" Here's a screenshot. He's talking about Macrium Reflect. So I'm going to show his screenshot. Here it is. He's circling the purge button here. He's asking about purging logs. And right now he's in the log tab within Macrium Reflect. So I'm going to bring that up in the program and show how that works. Launching the program, answer yes to the user account control. And where is it? Which screen? Oh, there it is, finally coming up. Oh, it took a little while to come up. So here's Macrium Reflect, and then we go to logs, the logs tab, and here's those logs that he was talking about. His question is, if he purges, is that gonna get rid of the backups as well? And I think it's apparent that he had not tried the purge button, because here's what happened when you click on it. You would be worried, if I click on this, is that actually going to delete any logs? And no, it does not. You can click on that and it comes up with this dialog window for essentially what do you want to purge. So you can purge log entries that are over 52 weeks, but this does not actually purge the backups. Now the question might come up, well, why would you want to have logs retained for backups that you no longer have? Or why would you do it the other way, where maybe you keep backups longer than you keep the logs? Well, the logs and the backups serve different purposes. Let's suppose you are rotating backup media. You have external drives that you're backing up to, and you're rotating them. Well, you could go back. Let's suppose you want to restore files from a certain date. So you could scroll down to find the date that you're interested in, and you could have a indication in the name of the backup file which backup drive that this is that it's stored on. And there's probably some other ways to define which drive that the backup is stored on. I haven't explored around that, but I do have that in operation on some of my client systems where we do rotate external backup drives. I don't use external backup drives for Big Beast build. I'm doing the backups in an internal drive. Now the question is, well, what happens if the computer gets stolen? Well, I also have cloud backup. So that's my offsite backup. I don't see Larry in chat, so I'll give him a reply with a timestamp in this video. Now let's see, is there anything else? Now he's basically asking if he purges from here, does that actually remove the backup? Now I'll go prove that. Let's go take a recent backup up here from, well, let's take this one, 12/26, 6:14 a.m. If I come over here to existing backups, 12/28, 6:14 a.m. and find that in here. Let's see, it's going to be down in a differential backup, right? Find that again. 12/26, my birth date, 6:14 a.m. 12/26, yeah, there it is, 6:12 a.m. The log file has a different time than the actual backup file. And in the pop-up window there, it shows 6:12 a.m. Let's just confirm that we are looking at the same one. With image ID. These image IDs are repeating, so that's not unique. Where's the unique part about it? Oh, it's out here, differential. Okay, 2861-13. Does the pop-up give me 28? That doesn't give me that same designation. Oh, come on. I've got to get a perfect. That's differential, December 26, 6:12 a.m. Differential, 6:14 a.m. I'm not, the difference is the date of the log file, right? Okay, so let's just go delete that log item. Let's see, permanently delete log and associated files. Am I lying about that? And associated files. Was I wrong about that? Because I did not actually test this. Okay, so can I just delete the log entry? Purge. All right, I'm going to answer yes, and let's see if it deletes that backup. I would have thought it would have kept that. Oh, well, obviously, I would have thought that because I said that. Okay, now here's still showing 6:12, but I need to refresh this screen, right? So December 26, 6:12 a.m. And refresh. Doug, aren't you worried about deleting that backup? No, I'm not. The computer hasn't crashed. Ah, see here, 12/26, 6:14, it's still here. So yeah, I would expect that to, I didn't want that to delete the backup. The associated files must be, I'm deducing that log entry is displaying in that list, and the associated file is the file of the log entry, not the actual backup. Because here we see that backup is still there, right? Is everybody in agreement on that? I'm going to do another refresh here, make sure it's still here. That 12/26, 6:14 differential. Yeah, it's still there. Now that file name that shows in the pop-up, where it has the .2861, I can't point my mouse to it because when I try to move my mouse down there, that pop-up goes away. 2861. I'd really like for that log file to have shown that 2861 to get a good confirmation. Of course, I'm not looking at the same log file here, and I know that. Email view. If I go view here, oh, this must have it. Yeah, this is viewing the entire log file. And by the way, that incremental took 45 seconds to do that backup. Okay, let's see if you guys have any other comments outside of what I'm saying. Going to chat. Ken Sal said, wow, hang on a moment. Does it mean something that my voice breaks when I say the word Ken Sal? Oh boy. Let me be the first on this channel to wish you a happy birthday, so he says. Looking in the crystal ball, it's a bit foggy, but I see no Windows live Windows training tomorrow. So I think this comment was from yesterday, even though 8:03 looks like it was from this morning. Josh says, happy birthday, Darren Gilholm. Hello to you. Alice, hello. Birthday wishes to Doug from John. Cool, that makes him older than me. John saying that to me. Brian Lightfoot, what do you call a ghost that haunts your Christmas tree? The ghost of Christmas presents. Brian Lightfoot, Wild Bill said that he was watching a movie on his computer, but his cat kept stopping it. I guess he found the pause button. Mike Wojcik, good morning, everybody. Jeff Ryman, when my daughter told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, I had to put my foot down. Ken gives us a groan for that one. A2, Jeff Ryman from Wintermute. Weather report from Selden. Happy birdie to you, he says. Ran Israel, hello. Tim Sowell, hello. Isn't today Wednesday? Today, did I say something other than Wednesday? Yes, today's Wednesday. Did I say it wasn't Wednesday? Today is Wednesday, yes. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'm not going to have a live Windows training show. Or a Windows Daily show. Same thing, same difference. I am going to do Fortnite tomorrow because I don't have grandpa duty at that time. Tim's off the rest of the week. Tim Cruz, that is. He's coming into the live stream the rest of the week. Okay, he's giving us fair warning. Long dog, I'd be here. Happy holidays. Just kidding, Tim. And the new year is approaching. Jeff says, I used to send information to myself from work by just making a draft, then logging into work email from home. Oh, sure. I've done that. And I've also actually sent the email to myself instead of just a draft. To do it with a draft, you have to remember to go into the drafts folder to see it. If you actually send the email to yourself, then it shows up in your inbox. So I typically actually send the email. It's not very expensive. Free. Greg M., I have used that Gmail feature for years, so I know if that company is using that email address to spam me. I don't think it's a Gmail feature. My understanding is it's a feature for any email address. All email servers ignore the plus sign and what comes after it. Better clear my throat again. Have I been on mute all this time? Checking. No. Nope. And nobody sent me the Houston, we have a problem audio. Unfortunately, many mail services do not support the plus suffix and will complain. Is that so? I did not know that. The way it was reported to me that it's, well, it was reported as most mail services will ignore the plus sign. Interesting. Selden, I used a lot, but had to give
Ken
it up.
Stout, Liva said you are only muted in your mind.
All right. Lawn Dog, I probably wasn't consciously aware of such a feature, but I do recall something about modifying an email address and it still goes to the intended recipient. Dennis, I sent you some stuff. Check email. All right. Looking. Dennis sent me some stuff. Checking Dennis. Stuff. I see an email with the subject line of happy birthday. Is that what you refer to as stuff? Okay, thank you. Oh, no, I do see the subject line has something else. Okay. Thank you, Dennis. It says, check my PayPal. So thank you. I will go check on that later. Lawn Dog, but whatever is in my mind, this is a great reminder. Greg M. to Selden, that's true. Some forms on website will balk. Selden, I was using it in the return address so my mail client could easily sort messages into an appropriate folder. Give the birthday boy a like for today's show. Now, just to be clear, my birthday was yesterday, not today, but I didn't do a show yesterday. I was avoiding you. I was hiding from you. Zavi Menorah says, happy birthday. Tim in agreement, just dropped a like. How old are you now, Doug? I am 87. if I remember right. 87 years old. So he tells Tim that I'm 16 years old. Can he get a straight answer from anybody? 66 is the honest answer. Seldom Ball, my paranoia suggests using Windows File Manager to verify the file still exists. Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. I'll go do that if I can. That is on my backup drive. So I have here, it's called the L drive, long-term storage and backups, Macrium backups. And I'll sort these by date order. So here's the 26th, and there is 6:13 a.m., 6:12 a.m. There are two, is that right? Two backups. MVP. Oh, well, let's see. We're at FreshWin 11. Oh, yes, that's because I'm doing kind of a weird thing, huh? Is that the one we were looking at? That might be different, and that might explain the difference in the times. I still might be wrong about that, because let me show you my definition files. I have two backups, and this one called Windows 11 XSplit MVP, that's minimum viable product. It's an acronym that I use to refer to. It's referring to that other partition where I have that minimum installation of Windows. This is my C drive, and this is that other partition. So that would be a reason that I would have more than one backup showing on the same date and time. So this 12/26, 6:12 a.m., this is the MVP. This is not my C drive. So maybe I did delete that. So let's test that by deleting this one. I'm going to purge this one. And let's see, was there a way here, move to recycle bin. Is there a way here to just purge the log item? Purge history setting, perform, remove older, then purge log file settings. See, I'd rather say purge backups rather than log file. If I click OK here, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, that just purged everything from 52 weeks and older. Delete log. If I delete this log and associated files, so now this should get rid of everything on the 26th. Existing backups. Let's go over here and see, here's that one on the 26th and refresh. I'm feeling like this is taking it away. No, it's still there. This is, let's see, this is in, oh, this is in the C drive full. That's not the MVP. Here's the MVP section. Here's the MVP, 12/26, still not seeing the 26. Can't move my mouse around on those because of the way all those pop-ups are happening. That's 6:14. So now let's go back to the drive. And here's the 26 and refresh. Waiting to see the screen refresh. I didn't see any refresh happen. Try again. Did it happen that quick? I didn't even see a refresh happen. It's still there. That's the MVP. It looks like there was no backup of the C drive on the 26th. Let's go back to here. Okay, so here's the schedule for those. Here's the MVP schedule. First Monday, every Monday, there's the weekdays in the C drive. Oh, 8 p.m. You know what? I bet I didn't have it on. Yeah, I didn't have the computer on at that time. And probably the next morning when it offered me to do that, I probably clicked to decline it. That's why we didn't have 2 backups showing for the 26th. He seems confused. Does he know what he's doing? Come back to here. Ken, those comments were made today on birthday and no show tomorrow. So his comment about being first, had to say happy birthday, that comment was made today. Got it. Speaking of fair warning, the 12-hour debacle is fast approaching, only 1 month away. Yeah, it's happening next month, you're saying? The 12-hour debacle? Huh. Muted in your mind. 87. Doug is so old, I can't even remember when his birthday is. Older than dirt. I have some dirt that's younger than that, really. Skimming through a little bit. 66, actually. Because last birthday was the time that I had to do all that Social Security stuff. Alice to Ken, I thought there was not a chance. Doug is in his 80s. There is a chance, but not yet. Doug is 67, but time moves slowly in Fresno. No, 66. I insist. Okay, Doug, that address modification kind of has a side effect. How do I remove the address from Microsoft Outlook built into Windows 10? Yeah, when you go into Outlook and you start typing the address, it'll show up as a remembered address. You should be able, on the right-hand side, I think there's a garbage can, or you can right-click on that address as it shows up in the recently used address list, and you should be able to delete that entry or tell it to not remember it. So give us an answer in chat before the end of the show if you can, Lawn Dog. I'm going to end very soon. Try right-click on it when that pop-up window appears and see if you can remove it. You should be able to. I hear Fresnoville a lot like Fanville. Unfortunately, in the past, I have incorrectly entered email addresses. When I enter those, they're very close. The autocomplete comes into play. Yeah, right-click on the address in autocomplete. You should be able to get rid of it. Because doing an experiment with the email address modification seems to put an entry. Yep. Lawn Dog hates Outlook. I like it, but I'm using Gmail because the multiple devices I use, it's easier to use the web-based Gmail than trying to keep Outlook running on all of them. When I start to type in an email address, Outlook will bring up a list of potential matching names, but there's an X. Yeah, it's an X off the far right edge to delete the name. So Lawn Dog already went to check that out. Apparently, Ken Stout 12-hour debacle will seem like it went a month long. Lawn Dog to Brian, the trick, that did the trick. Thank you so much. I knew it had to be something simple. Yeah, it is. Okay, I have a redirect set to Kerry Holzman. Ken Stout has not informed me in chat that he has scheduled a show. So, now Kerry has a show scheduled today and 2 days from today, that would be Friday, and the show is
Ken Stout Live said no
Saturday.
show.
No show. No show. Ken is a no-show. Yeah, he's a no-show. Just total flake. All right. Hey, have a great day, everybody. It seems like I'm missing something I was supposed to say. I don't know. Whatever. Goodbye.